Not me. Betty and him. Not me.
Hi.
Me.
I'll surprise you one of these days. I really will. I'll surprise you.
How, George? Are you going to turn into a man overnight?
So it's another
It's
married
quite
man.
clear for everybody to see that she was so engaging. I really don't understand it. I mean, something's not quite right.
Everyone likes a good murder, don't they? Everyone, deep down, if they were honest,
No
is
sane person.
fascinated by a murder. Even you are.
There's no need to be so impatient. This is a public call box, you know, and I'm perfectly entitled.
Is it in then?
You like to humiliate me, don't you? It helps you to hit back, doesn't it? Because you're well on the way to becoming a dried-up old spinster.
You recognize that?
Oh, my God, she's dead, isn't she?
Now, at the moment, she's missing. Now, that is all we know.
Yes, a murder just like this one. Young girl, strangled.
Hello, Steve.
Well?
Yes, it must have been 10 months ago, because I remember it was soon after you came to lodge with us, Steve.
Really? I don't remember. If we don't get more men, sir, the only thing that's going to turn up's another corpse.
I'm speaking from the Pembury Library. My name is Stubbs, yes. Yeah, there's been some trouble here, yes. Well, yes, well, get a car over here just as quickly as you can, yes.
I understand his anger. Shouldn't do that, but I understand his anger. Hello there everybody and welcome to the video. My name's Serenity Soul on the Axe and here we are with Thriller, or Guess the Twist Completely Wrong as I like to call it. Is it episode 8 now? Yes, it's episode 8 because there's 3 more to go in this series. So if you're enjoying these videos, could I please ask for a like, comment and subscribe? I would gratefully appreciate it. And if you're on Daily Motion, could I please ask for a follow as well? I would gratefully appreciate that. I've only got 1 follow on Daily Motion as of recording this, and 92% of people watching my videos are not subscribers. So could I please just beg of you for those, please, especially if you like watching my videos. And to my Patreon members, it is you that is bringing the content to me to allow me to bring the content straight back to you. Thank you all so very much. I love you lots, no matter what tier you are. So they are all ad-free up there if you want to look into my Patreon. And VIPs and elites can have up to 3 years early access on my shows. So with that, I shall go straight into the video. Now, I love this show. It don't get many views, it don't get many subscribers coming in, anything like that. But I want to keep these shows coming. This is what I class as unique content that barely anyone's reacted to. And it also helps me avoid burnout to watch shows that I'm enjoying. And it is first time too. So if you saw episode 3, you will see that I guess the twist completely wrong or convolute my twist so much. This is a reaction video, so I do talk throughout it. I get a lot of comments saying I'm talking on the videos. It's because it's a reaction video. If she had been strangled, could she have shouted like that? I mean, when you've been strangled, it's stopping the air coming in. Ain't going out. I know Maureen Lipman. She was on the Clarendon Ball. I know John Lipman. He was on the thumbnail thing.
Nothing under the fingernails?
I recognise
She
him.
didn't stand a chance then.
John Mesurier, or whatever his
Pity,
name is.
yeah. Yeah, in more ways than one. He's walking around without a scratch, without a mark on him. No, Suba's not here yet. Shouldn't be long, then. Yeah, I do know what sort of mood you'll be in. Oh, God, here he is.
Bad one.
I had him. I was a stroke up on the 9th, a birdie on the 10th, and £5 riding on the whole issue. And then I got your phone call. Well, when did it happen?
Last night, between 10 and 10:30.
How?
Strangled.
Karen Waters.
Yeah, good, decent girl. Just on her way home.
Where from?
She's been to borrow some books from a friend. A girlfriend.
Well, report so far. £5 I could have won.
Is it him? Is that the twist? It's him.
It'll be a stranger, ex the unknown, somebody she's never met before.
I won't keep you a moment.
Nope, pretended to open all hours. That is coming.
Let me.
Oh, hello. Well, you're up bright and early then?
Yeah, I just came from the base. I need some cigarettes.
Your usual?
Yeah.
Will that be all, sir?
For now.
Yes, that will be all.
You free tonight?
Yes, I might be.
You call me?
I think I will.
Well, that's good enough. I'll see you. Same place. She's late.
Miss Morris is never late. Look, it's half a minute to go yet.
Why she doesn't give me a key of my own, I'll never know. I am the assistant librarian, after all.
She will, George, when you're a big boy. Morning, George. Morning, Julie. Morning, Miss Morris.
Something, if you ever seen Murder, She Wrote on Patreon, you'll see the cogs going round in my head, and that's what's happening now, which is why I go more quiet. So I just don't know what the hell any sort of twist could be, Nina. Or where this show's headed. This episode.
How about the murder, then?
What murder?
Have you seen the papers yet? Yeah. Not far from here, either.
No, it doesn't say it's a murder.
Girl found dead in her 20s. Wasn't old age, was it?
I'm going to say they put that in the newspaper.
I did that. Stared at them for hours. Hoping for one of those flashes of inspiration. Like you get in detective books.
No, I wasn't doing that. I was wondering.
Who did it?
No. If or when he'll do it again.
George, there will be murder if you don't get on with some filing.
Oh, was she Maureen Lipman?
Oh, good morning, Mr. Stubbs.
Oh, hello, Julie. Good morning, Miss Morris.
Morning, Mr. Stubbs.
Now, what do you advise for today?
Well, the leader in the Times. You find that interesting. And there's another extract from the book on the Lusitania. Page 4, I've marked it.
Well, that's very kind of you, thank you.
I still don't understand it. Well, how you know what he wants to read?
Ah.
Well, that's because I don't just come in here to read the newspapers. Sometimes I borrow a book as well. Isn't that right, Miss Morris?
But what's that got to do with it?
Well, it's Miss Morris, you see, her sister. She swears that you can judge a person's character, you know, likes and dislikes, by the books that he reads.
Is that right?
Yes, I think I can.
All right, then. This is my current reading. Judge me.
I'll try.
Let me know what he's been in. 'Cause I know the face.
Imaginative.
I just
Impulsive.
don't know what he's been in.
You like
When
adventure
I've seen him.
and marmalade for breakfast.
Ah, there you are. Didn't I tell you?
I'll have to retaliate, though.
Retaliate.
From now on, I'm going to keep a close eye on what you're reading, Miss Morris.
She wants romance.
Good morning.
Hello, Betty.
Hi. Well, where's the coffee then? Shh. Well, it is 10:30, you know.
Yes, I suppose we can take a break now.
Would you like a cup of coffee, Mr. Stubbs?
Oh, thank you so much. I'd love some.
They get coffee in their libraries.
No,
We don't.
wait. They are your favourite, aren't they?
I'll get as big as a house.
Did you go out last night?
No, I couldn't. I had some work to catch up on.
Looking after the shop, then.
Well, I closed it for 10 minutes.
Oh, Palfrey won't like that.
Mr. Palfrey trusts me to run the shop while he's away. He even trusts me with a key. Anyway, I went out. I had a fantastic time. I'm going out again tonight.
Oh, anyone I know?
No, and don't ask me who. I promised I wouldn't tell. Well, he's a married man, you see.
Oh, that's a bit silly, isn't it?
I don't know. Married men are much more interesting. They know what it's all about.
Betty.
Don't cheat on your wives or husbands, people.
Your mother said you forgot that. It's your lunch.
Thank you. Yeah, very nice. You shouldn't have gone out of your way.
I wasn't out of my way. I was passing by anyway.
Anyway, I'm meeting him again tonight, 8:30, down by the bridge.
I think you're a fool. I mean, where's it going to get you?
The morgue. Want to know if they can release the body to the parents?
Foreshadowing?
Well, yes, I suppose so. Tell him yes. You've learned all we're going to learn from the poor girl.
Yeah. Yeah, Super says it's okay. Yeah?
You ever tried to strangle anyone, Sergeant?
No, sir.
I haven't.
No, well, it's not as easy as you might think.
I don't want to.
Even if it is just a girl.
They're just as strong as men.
She can put up quite a struggle if she's fighting for her life. But she didn't. This was quick, clean, efficient. Now, that could mean one of two things. Either it's somebody she knew, or it's somebody who's been trained to do it.
Like me, sir.
Or a serviceman.
I'm going to say.
Anyway, see you.
Is that it? Is that the end of the episode?
Thanks for the coffee, Miss Maureen.
Married men are more interesting. I expect they are to silly girls like that.
Yes, I agree. You know, girls today are very different from the ones I remember.
Quite a feat that you do remember them, I should say.
George?
It's all right, Miss Moore, it's all right. He's very young. Tell me, did I ever tell you about that time when I was in Malta? It was a terribly hot summer and...
Yes, as a matter of fact, you did.
Did I? Oh, dear. I'm always doing that sort of thing. I'm so sorry.
Oh, getting all physical, George.
Mind your own business.
Right, you're so tetchy this morning.
Have a bad night, did you? Yes, about tonight. Of
I'm going to
course
say
I
it's
can
too
make
obvious
it.
to be him.
Jilly said I was silly, so I know she's envious. Jilly, the one who works next door in the library. No, of course I didn't tell her who you are, I promise. Really, I just said I was meeting you, that's all.
What's the grandest fantasy game? I want to
See
know.
you then tonight, 8:30. Goodbye.
I want 20 French cigarettes, please.
Are you sure you're old enough, George? Well, I have a big responsibility, you know, running this shop on my own. And there's a law against selling cigarettes to anyone underage.
I'll surprise you one of these days. I really will. I'll surprise you.
How, George? Are you going to turn into a man overnight?
No wonder he's angry. People are treating him like that. He's killing me where I've seen that guy before.
Good night, George.
I can picture him in my head in a role.
Good night, Miss Morris.
Good night, Mr. Stubbs.
Good night, Judy.
Oh, good night, Mr. Stubbs. See you again tomorrow, same as usual.
Yes, of course. You see, Judy, it's not out of poverty, you know. It's a kind of loneliness. You see, when I came out of the Navy, I felt that civilian life had passed me by. I made a lot of friends when I was abroad, but I had no firm community in one spot. So that's why I come here, I suppose. I feel at home amongst friends. See you tomorrow, Miss Morris. See, Judy. Sorry to go on like this, but, see, I could afford to do other things, go to other places, but I like to come here. It's the company, I suppose. Anyway, you don't have to pity me.
It hadn't crossed my mind.
Oh, that's good. Good. Good night.
Good night, Mr. Stubbs.
So that's the security guard who was on the night she was murdered. So is it the security guard?
Oh, you
Or
got
is that
another
too
week, you know.
obvious?
Oh, yes, your start of term's on Monday, isn't it?
It's been good for me working here between college, sir. Learned a lot.
Well, all these books.
No, I don't mean that. I suppose I meant about people. Take poor old Mr. Stubbs, for instance, feeling he has to apologize for being lonely. It's a terrible thing, the fear of being alone.
Yes, I suppose it is.
Anyway, I mustn't stay here boring you all night. Good night, Miss Morris.
Good night, Gilly.
It could be her jealous that
I'm going for a beer, sir. You coming?
other people are with somebody. Incel.
Double all patrols, Truscott.
Can you get female
Double
incels?
them? Well, that'll mean recalling
Let's
them.
do it. Double them. I want this whole town crawling with coppers tonight. I want everyone to see them.
Why tonight?
Just do it, Truscott.
All right. You know darn well we can't cover every area. Operations room.
Well, while you're doing that, I'm going for a beer. The mountain comes to Mahomet.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. I've doubled the patrols, sir. And 3 dozen policemen pulled away from cosy firesides are belly aching.
Yeah, well, they weren't poised for a golf win, were
It's a
they?
small can of
I
beer.
forgot. So a point. You still haven't told me. Why tonight?
Full moon, Truscott. It's a full moon tonight.
People go crazy on full moons.
Hello, love.
Hey, Mother.
Did you bring me a paper?
Brought you a paper.
Good. Thank you.
Well, that show's not going to get me copyrighted.
Oh, thanks for remembering my lunch. It's very kind of Steve to drop it in. Very kind indeed.
Didn't want to, I made him.
See if it was interesting.
Nothing about the murder.
No.
Oh, it's really the murder last night.
Oh, yes.
Hadn't been that many you could have forgotten.
Just not very interested in murders, that's all.
There was another one, though, wasn't there? About, what, 10 months ago? Yes, a murder just like this one. Young girl, strangled.
Hello, Steve.
Well,
Yes, it must have been 10 months ago, because I remember it was soon after you came to lodge with us, Steve.
really? I don't remember. Miss Morris, I just wanted to tell you not to bother about supper for me tonight. I've got to go out.
Somewhere nice.
Now this is too obvious.
Just out.
Isn't that maddening? Not a word about it. I do like a nice murder.
Why? The person murdered doesn't like a nice murder. Right then, love. It's not her. She's not an incel.
Not like Steve to go out on a Monday. Hardly ever goes out at all.
Well, he has tonight.
Where he's gone.
And for Pete's sake, he's over 21. Found himself a girlfriend, I suppose.
It's far too obvious to be him. See, it can only be... I'm still saying that copper. Oh no, he was at the station. It can't be that copper. It's got to be that guy then. Might be that old guy from the library. That's my suspect.
Oh, come on. Let's get out there ourselves.
Where?
Well, anywhere, the park, the canal, anywhere it's dark and lonely.
You've had a beer.
Son, Truscott. What? Where? All right, we're on our way. You did know.
Not another one.
Yeah, down by the canal.
Oh, don't tell me it's the same place.
Yes, sir.
There's no hurry. She'll still be there.
I'm so glad we have electric kettles nowadays. Was it you, dude? I still say that old guy.
Eve, that you?
Oh. Hello.
Back then. I've just made a cup of coffee. Would you like one?
No, thank you.
Oh, why don't you have this one? I can make myself another.
No, thanks.
just said
This
no.
coffee keeps me awake. I have enough trouble sleeping as it is.
Well, was a nice time had by all. Did you enjoy yourself?
So-so.
Where did you go?
Just around and about.
I don't know what that pudding
Good
is.
night, Liz.
Good night.
The days of 70s microphones that'd pick up everything in the studio, including the crew. She wasn't thrown in the river.
I just told you there's no further statement.
Yes, we always
Told you all
check
there is to
the
tell.
area, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, as soon as we know.
Yes.
Yeah, goodbye.
Yes, of course we're checking every known sex offender. For the second time.
Thank you for
Full
saying
moon.
that.
But what was it? A hunch? An instinct? Or did you just will it to happen?
I don't know, but I was right, wasn't I? I'm a man who likes to be right, usually. Well, what's the score?
Pathologist report indicates a similarity between this and the last one.
Indicates a similarity?
Yeah, well, you know how cagey those
It's
boys
the same
are.
man, Truscott.
I know it. You know it. Pathologist says it's similar.
Liz? It's your assistant, Liz. George. Steve? Hurry up now, Steve. You'll be late.
Miss Morris, Gilly and I have been now waiting more than 20 minutes. And there are people queuing up waiting to get into the library.
He had a posher accent than that earlier.
You've seen the papers. Betty.
Terrible. Whole place is buzzing with it. But we do run a public service, you know, and the library is still locked.
You got a
This would
key?
never have happened if you'd let me have the keys in the first place. Goodbye, Mrs. Morris.
Bye-bye.
George, I won't be in until later.
Oh, don't worry, I can handle everything.
Do you think you should go in at all, dear? I mean, knowing the girls so well, it
I
must be...
have to go in, Mother. Eventually.
What's the matter with her?
Well, it's that murder. It's all in the paper this morning. Look. Look, there's all that about it. The lovely girl she was, too. Liz knew her well, you know. Worked next door. You know, that little sweet shop right next door to the library. Well, you must have seen her too, Steve.
Is it too obvious to be him, nearly?
I'm glad to see you haven't disintegrated. Miss Morris looks as though she's gone all to pieces. But the show must go on, eh? Right, well, I'll attend to the mail and you can start on my filing, okay? Oh, I'm I'm awfully sorry, Mr. Stubbs, that the papers haven't arrived yet this morning. Miss Morris is indisposed and forgot to collect them.
I see, thank you. I've seen all that I want to see, thank you. Poor Betty. Poor... That's all right, Jilly. All right. You'll be all right. Is Miss Morris about?
No, I told you she's indisposed, but if there's anything I can do to help...
No, there isn't, thank you very much, all the same. Nothing. Come on, Jilly, come on. You'll be all right.
Still think it's him.
All right.
And that's all I can tell you. But I just thought you ought to know.
And we're very grateful, Miss Morris.
Do you think
About
it
the
will
married
help?
man?
Well, anything may help at this time.
Right, thank you, Miss Morris.
A married man. She definitely said she was meeting a married man. I suppose I should have spoken to her then, warned her. But really, people don't like to be given advice, do they? Especially very young people.
Oh, Miss Morris, you can't be more than 28 yourself.
29, actually. Well, I mean... And then, you see, Betty was a very impressionable girl, very gullible. One could tell that from the sort of books she read. There's an awful
Yes,
lot
well,
one
thank
can
you for
tell.
your information, Miss Morris.
Oh, not at all. I just hope you get the filthy man who... I mean, I just hope you get him, that's all.
Right. Thank you.
Could she be in cahoots with him?
Yeah, well, I suppose it could be. No, surely this is the work of your frustrated man. I say he was single, living alone, or with Mum.
Well, they've started, Sergeant.
What's it?
The cranks.
Say that again, sir.
Frustrated as hell, that one.
And makes up fantasies to compensate.
Exactly.
It's got to be too obvious to be him. Mind you, Murder, She did confess in one episode. I dismissed her, like, very early on. He's keeping an eye on them, though, and he's always there. Unless he's watching them to make sure they're safe.
Morris, what a terrible thing. A terrible thing that she...
I would rather we didn't discuss it, if you please.
Yes, of course, I quite understand. It's painful. Oh, Julie, I haven't finished with that paper yet.
Sorry, Mr. Stubbs.
It's all right.
What time do you close?
7 o'clock.
Just in case, love, don't go with him. She did say you can tell what people are like by the books they read.
It's a bookmarker.
I can see that.
Polston just brought it in, found it down by the bridge.
It could have belonged to anybody.
Or it could have belonged to the murderer. If it did, I bet I can guess what kind of books he likes to read.
Good night, Mr. Stubbs. Good night, Miss Morris.
George! The key. You forgot to return the key.
He thought you were keeping them, bless him.
Thank you.
Closing time, sir.
Mr. Stubbs, we are closing.
Oh, good Lord. I'll have to nod it off. Oh.
That'll That'll do, Julie.
Oh, no, there's still a history section.
No, the
I've
history
got to
can
do.
wait until
No,
tomorrow.
honestly, I
You
don't
better get
mind.
home. Please, tomorrow.
Okay.
You know, it might be safer if we walked in pairs.
You are going straight home, aren't you?
Yes. But you don't have to worry about me.
But, Ginny, I could walk you part of the way home if you like.
No, honestly, I can look after myself.
Well, just go straight home. That's all I ask.
Yes, I will. Good night, Mr. Stubbs.
Good night. Miss Morris? I think you're going to be all right tonight. See, Ginny's a good girl, a nice girl. Good night.
Good night, Mrs. Stubbs.
See, I'm stuck now between that security guy and that old guy. They're both acting very shifty. I'd have let her go and she ended up dead. I would have known who it were. I wouldn't really. I was trying to save her life, just in case. Have they gone down, love? There's a subway there.
That was very nice, Mrs. Morris. Thank you.
Good.
For Hong Kong, it was the beginning of a new era.
Hello, love.
Liz?
Have a good day, dear.
Good day. Hardly.
Oh, of course, I forgot that poor girl. Much about it in the paper.
Oh, I forgot to get one.
You forgot. Oh, Dick, now that's very selfish of you. You know how I look forward
Well,
to
I'm
the...
sorry, Mother. I'm sorry.
All right, no need to be so sharp. Well, I didn't forget to cook your supper.
She has to get a one-up.
She'll be back about 10. Good night.
Good night.
The Kowloon Peninsula was ceded, and then at the turn of the century, a 19
Steve going out again. It's not like him to go out so often.
He says that before.
I think he's having trouble with his wife.
His wife? He's not married.
Of course he is.
Is that
Or
the married
was.
man?
Well, still is, I suppose. They're separated. But I know she's been after him lately for some money.
Well, he never told me he was married.
Well, perhaps he thought you wouldn't understand.
Why wouldn't I?
Well, not having been married yourself, dear, you know. I think that's why Steve doesn't go out with any other girls at the moment. He can't afford them. Or doesn't trust them.
Another one, nearly. There's 3 nights in a row. Really need to double in these guards. These police patrols.
Hello. Oh, good evening. I wonder if I could speak to Gilly Randall, please. Oh, I see. Well, no, if you would just ask her to ring Elizabeth Morris when she does come home. Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Don't let this get cold now.
But I've got to go out.
What?
I'm sorry, I won't
Well,
be
what
long.
about your supper?
I'm sorry, Mother.
Oh, dear. Try and get me a paper, will you?
Is it really safe for her to be going out? You would have thought people would be walking in pairs now. He should have told her to go home. Bloody cops. There he is.
Did you get it?
What?
My paper.
Oh, no, I...
Get it
Has
yourself.
there been a phone call for me?
No.
Sounds like my bloody ears with tinnitus. Just higher pitched.
I didn't think there'd be anybody up.
I must have fallen asleep. What time is it?
After 12. It's late for you.
Well, I was half expecting a phone call. Late for you, too. What have you done to your face?
I had an argument with a cat. A cat I once married.
Who found it?
Harris.
I don't know if
He's
it's
been
making
patrolling
it
that
too
area all
obvious.
night. Says he couldn't have been away from the bridge more than 2 or 3 minutes at the most.
Well, he shouldn't have left the bridge at all. But I'll deal with him later. Well, it's fashionable, isn't it? To young girls, I'd say.
Yes.
Young girls don't walk about with only one shoe, do they?
Not if they're alive and still walking. Harris can't swear to it, but he thinks he heard a scream. Came straight back to check, and that's when he found the shoe.
Right, start dragging the canal. Every available man.
So we've got him, the security guard, and the old guy.
Where's Jilly?
Late, I suppose.
Oh no, it wasn't him.
She's never been late before.
No.
Well, she
Same
is
guy.
now, isn't she?
Hi, good morning, George.
Morning, Mr. Stubbs.
Morning, Miss Morris.
Does he just live there?
Morning, Julie.
She's not here.
What? Well, is she ill or something? Oh, don't worry, Miss Morris. There's an awful lot of flu about, you know.
Well, she
I
found
don't know
him.
what you're worried about. She's only 5 minutes late.
Still. The murders.
Hello. It's Elizabeth Morris again. Tell Jilly not to worry about not returning my call last night. If she's not feeling well, she... Can't be. Well, have you told anybody? The police, of course.
Oh, missing.
Well, I know she only lodges with you, but aren't you at all concerned about... No, don't worry. I'll do it. Thank you.
Miss Morris, what's the matter? What is it?
Jilly. She didn't come home at all last night.
But that's impossible. I mean, Jilly's a good girl, a nice girl.
I know. Police.
So you think this is more than a
We may
mystery
have the
than
owner of the
twist?
shoe, or at least know who she is, and get over to the US Air Base. Request cooperation from the CO, all that. I want to question that man.
Where are you going, sir?
A library.
Library? Don't tell me. Our Miss Morris has solved it for us.
Well, he was youngish, about 25. Tall, well-built, handsome in a way, and wearing uniform. But you know who he is. This is his card.
Well, that may not be his, you see. That might be stolen.
No,
Anyway, you
check
definitely
it
saw him
out.
talking to Gillian Randall.
definitely. They were right across the street, and they talked, and then they went off together.
He grabbed her.
I can't understand it, because, I mean, Jilly is such a level-headed sort of girl. She's not the kind
Yes,
of...
not in a
women are
bad way,
unpredictable,
but-
Miss Morris. All women. Right, well, there's just one more thing. You recognize that?
Oh, my God, she's dead, isn't she?
Now, at the moment, she's missing. Now, that is all we know. Hello. Yes, Sergeant. Yes. Right. Well, you know what to do. I'll be back as soon as I can. Goodbye. Sergeant Jerry Masters.
So it's a copper?
He's on leave at the moment, has been for the past couple of days. He's not expected back until next week.
I thought he was a security guard.
And nobody knows where he is or where he's staying. He might be anywhere.
He's dead and he stole the costume, the uniform costume.
That makes me the only witness, doesn't it? I mean, I'm the only one who can identify him.
I shouldn't worry, Miss Morris. Getting rid of witnesses only happens in America. Oh, don't worry.
Did you see that you saw, though? I mean, he might not have done.
Miss Morris, what a dreadful thing to happen. I mean, I did offer to walk her part of the way home, but she said she'd be all right.
She'll turn up again, you'll see.
Alive. I thought we were going to be standing outside the door.
Good night, Miss Morris.
Good night, Mr. Stubbs.
I do hope you'll be
Safe?
Good night. Good night, George.
Oh, good night, Mr. Stubbs. It's not the same without Jilly, is it? I never thought I'd miss her this much.
George. The key. The spare key. You'd better have it. Just in case. Well, I may be late in the morning. I'm not feeling very well.
I'd be telling the police about...
Oh, that's more sensible.
That guy's
I've been
scratch
telling you
marks.
for months. I knew you'd come round to my way of thinking eventually.
It's just a temporary measure, George.
Just so they
We'll
can
see.
discount him.
Good night, Miss Morris.
Is it discount?
Good night.
Rule him out. Why are people not walking in pairs? Walk backwards. You know, all these girls are screaming, all these women, and the police are supposed to be patrolling the bridge, but not one of them's hearing. Oh, she's going to be safe.
What's the matter with you? You look as though you've been running.
I have.
Somebody chasing you?
I thought there was, yeah.
Oh, Liz, you don't half exaggerate.
Well, he does attack women, doesn't he? And I am a woman, aren't I?
Oh, I think he prefers them a bit younger, though, if the papers are to be believed.
It's only 29.
And I doubt that. 2 murders, and they always try and link them together and make
3.
a panic story. What?
There have been 3 murders.
We don't know.
Is it in the paper? Hope you brought me one tonight.
No, I didn't. It isn't in the papers anyway. The
How do you know that?
police told me.
Police?
What?
Well, more or less. Jilly didn't turn up today.
Who's Jilly?
The young student who's been helping out at the library. You must have seen her the other day when you came in.
Can't say I noticed, no.
Well, she didn't turn up today and she hasn't been home all night. And the police found one of her shoes down by the river.
Oh, my
They're
God.
dragging it now.
They haven't found her yet.
Well, if they'd found her, they'd hardly still be searching for it, would they?
Oh, she'll probably
Evidence?
turn up then. Minus a shoe and with some silly story.
Well, that's why I was running, you see. I thought he was behind me.
Who?
The killer. The man that Jilly went off
Oh,
with last
Liz.
night. I saw him quite clearly. I know him again.
Our witness, eh? If you could put the finger on the man responsible, we'll have to take care of you, Liz, won't we? I'm going out.
Is he watching them, trying to keep them safe, but unfortunately, you can't watch everybody?
Better lock the door after me.
The policeman. Swear to God, if it's another murder, it is that guy.
This is what is known as devotion to duty, Truscott.
So has he, sir.
Stay near the heart of the matter.
I do admire you for that, sir.
Well, one has to set an example.
Of course, sir. Well, I hope you get a good night's sleep, sir.
Yes, I hope you do, too. I've had your bed put out in the interrogation room.
Really? Maybe there's the copper.
There's no need to be so impatient. This is a public call box, you know, and I'm perfectly entitled to...
Is it in, Are we getting the highest kill count in this episode? And I've said that in quite a few episodes. What's that now, 4? It might be 3, because Jilly might not be dead. What's the emergency?
We found Jilly Randall, sir.
What?
Where?
Phone booth, Moreland Avenue.
Oh, that was her.
Is she dead?
Strangled.
So she wasn't dead at that point.
Oh, my God.
I've sent a car for Miss Morris. I thought she could identify the body.
Maybe Jilly should have gone home, silly girl.
Morning, George.
Good morning, sir. Can I help you in any way?
Yeah, is Miss Morris away?
And I'm in charge.
Well, for the time being, you mean?
Well, perhaps. She phoned me this morning.
Mm-hmm.
She had to go down to the police to make an identification.
What? Identification?
Jilly. She said that she hoped she'd be in a bit later on. But somehow, I doubt it.
Wouldn't she have recognised that old guy, though? Could have took her to the morgue.
No, sir, it's a different girl entirely.
I'd like you to cover the area here.
No, not yet, sir. Well, of course I've got men checking, but I need more.
So it's not Jilly?
As many as you can spare. Yes, I know it's extreme. Oh, give me strength. If we don't get more men, sir, the only thing that's going to turn up's another corpse.
I've got no idea what the twist can be. Can't guess it if I've got no idea. If it's going to be more of a mystery, it's just going to be sort of show the killer at the end. It's not much of a twist.
Miss Morris? Miss Morris, are you all right?
Yes, thank you.
You shouldn't have come in this morning. I can manage. I told you I could.
I'll be all right. Perfectly.
It isn't Jilly, is it?
You mean there's been another murder?
So there could be 4.
Those, catalogues from the county library, have you sorted through them?
Oh, no, I was waiting
Well, you
until...
better see to it right away. Whatever else you're doing can wait.
Yes, Miss Morris?
Miss Morris, can I get you some coffee? How about that?
Oh, yes.
Take your coat, shall I? There you are.
I'm still saying it's him because he's showing a great interest. You know, like criminals who return to the scene of a crime.
Who brought these books back? These books were not here last night. Somebody's returned them this morning. Now, who? George, you opened up. The man who brought these books back. When was he here?
I'm in the library,
I
love.
didn't see anybody return.
You must have done.
Look, I haven't been here the whole time. I was down in the history section checking some books in down there. Anyway, there's been a dozen or more people in and out of here all morning.
This would be an American airman in uniform.
No, I haven't seen anybody like that.
Just a minute.
How does she know it's
Miss Morris,
American?
Yes, that's right. There was a young man in here just a few minutes ago. I couldn't see him very clearly, but I was aware of him. And you see, that's right. He did go over to your desk there.
Yeah, and then what?
Well, then he went down over there.
No, he can't have gone down there. I told you, I was down there the whole time checking in books. Now, what is all the fuss about anyway?
The man who brought these books back is the man who murdered Betty. And probably Jilly, too.
Right, Miss Morris. Yes, immediately. Thank you for phoning.
What do you think, sir?
A warning to all cars, he may be in the area.
Yes, sir. Yeah, surely it just proves she's imagining the whole thing
But
from
we
the
don't know
start.
who.
If it was Masters, he'd hardly go back to the library to return books.
Nevertheless, we check everything out, sir.
Yes, sir. Operations room.
I mean, they're just looking for that
I'll lay you
copper.
5 to 1. Our man's either on the run or hiding out somewhere.
See, it says our man and it goes to him.
Are you all right, Mr. Stubbs?
You see, I don't understand it. What is it? Well, Jilly. I mean, she was... is...
I say.
Such a good girl.
Current tense until...
I don't think he's very selective.
Well, I agree. You see, the papers all said that the other girls were easy, flighty. But Jilly...
There's another
It's
married
quite
man.
clear for everybody to see that she was so engaging. I really don't understand it. I mean, something's not quite right.
Yeah, look, I've told you, we've nothing further to... What? Where did you get that from? Now, hold on. Press, sir. They've picked up a whisper about a missing girl.
Oh, Jilly Randall?
Yes, sir.
Well, give it to him. We've sat on it long enough. Reports, photos, the lot. Make sure it makes the evening papers.
Yeah. Look, listen, we'll
Oh,
have
she
a
takes one home
full
to
statement
her.
for you in 10 minutes. Yeah.
To her mother.
Right.
And get on to the television people and tell them to release that warning tonight.
Curfew? Curfew would have been good. Like after the first murder. Why is he always there from opening till closing?
Miss Morris, would you like me to stay a while? I could walk part of the way home with you.
Lonely at home?
No, thank you, Mr. Stubbs. He only attacks young women, very young.
You're 29.
Both pointed out to me.
I see. Well, good night, then.
Good night, Mr. Stubbs. Thank you.
Good night, George.
Oh, good night, Mr. Stubbs.
Got 29 still a way away from middle age. I wish I were 29 again. Instead of on the wrong side.
I could see you home too, if you like, Miss Morris.
No, thanks, George.
I'd feel safe with you. Well, see you in the morning, then.
George, I'm completely recovered now. I shall be here on time in the morning.
Key?
Yeah, me too.
You misunderstand me, George. The key I lent you.
Then keep it.
It won't be necessary for you to have it anymore.
Well, wait a minute. You said that I could...
I said it was a temporary measure. I distinctly remember saying that.
Calm down, dear.
Now, the key, please, George.
You like to humiliate me, don't you? It helps you to hit back, doesn't it? Because you're well on the way to becoming a dried-up old spinster.
Not becoming, George. I am.
29.
Now, the key, if you please.
Bloody hell.
Oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
It's your opinion. Apparently, you're entitled to it.
But I can hit back too, you know. Well, you'd be surprised what I...
Thank you, George. And I think it would be best if you start looking for a new job next week.
Oh. I understand his anger. Shouldn't do that, but I understand his anger.
In fact, I don't think you'd better come in here anymore. At all.
Is she just suspecting every man but the old one and the cops? Excuse me, love, turn round.
Goodbye, George.
Unless she laid a trap for him. That's just a spare key though, isn't it? The killer can let himself in. Never mind, the killer's already in.
Evening.
Hello, love.
Maureen Lipman gonna die.
Is Liz not back yet?
Oh, it's Thursday. You know, she always works late on a Thursday.
Ah, yes, so she does. I see you got yourself a paper, though.
Yes, I managed to drag myself to the corner. It's no good for my heart, though.
You should have asked me. I'd have got you one.
Yes, I did think of it, but your hours have been a bit erratic lately, haven't they? That wife of yours again.
Yes.
Oh, well, I expect you'll be able to cope, Steve. You're a very capable young man, aren't you?
Oh.
Liz was right, you see,
What do you mean?
about Jilly Randall. Look, it's all over the front page.
I said it wasn't Jilly.
It doesn't mention Liz, but it does mention the library. See? A pretty girl, isn't she? I don't suppose she's looking very pretty now, poor dear. Probably lying in a ditch somewhere, slaughtered.
Oh, you're just morbid.
Me morbid? No, I'm not. No. Everyone likes a good murder, don't they? Everyone, deep down, if they were honest,
No
is
sane person.
fascinated by a murder. Even you are.
Only
I
the
wonder if it'll
unsolved
be on the
ones.
news.
So the people get caught.
Hope this won't be too late. Nice having someone with some inside information,
Please don't let that
isn't it?
tune copyright me. Again. Yeah, turn it off, love. See, if she gets killed, he's an accessory to murder if she doesn't escape. Run a lock to him. Spooky ghost, mate. Love. Spooky ghost. God, the floor's never been that loud before. Why did she lock it while she was down there? Not getting out that way.
George! George!
Yeah, he'd been waiting out there all that time. I say, threw them over there, love. I think we're going to find find out who it is now. So it was him. Can't see it being him.
Hey, come on. Hey, open the door. Come on, let me out. Open the door.
Well, it's American.
Miss Morris? Hey, come on, let me out. Let me out, Miss Morris. Miss Morris, open the door. Morris? Miss Morris, let me explain. Miss Morris, I know what happened to Jilly. Miss Morris, if you just give me a chance to explain.
Well, explain.
But Miss Morris, I know what happened to Jilly. Miss Morris, if you just come out and give me a chance to explain, I'm not going to hurt you.
She's very quiet.
I just wanted to have an opportunity to look through George's desk. Miss Morris? For crying out loud, Miss Morris, just give me a chance to...
You won't get me.
Miss Morris, I just want to...
Not me. Betty and Jim. Not me.
Hi. What happens if it wasn't him?
You know, if you hadn't have pulled me away from that golf match, I wouldn't have won. It's not in my stars.
I did you a favour then, sir. Saved you £5.
Truscott, do me a favour and don't do me any more favours, and that is an order. Come in.
She's there. Jilly. I think she may have just killed the wrong person.
And that's why I decided to go along with Jerry Masters. He was waiting for me that night. That was the day after Betty was killed, and he told me the whole thing.
What did Masters tell him?
Oh, that he'd been seeing Betty, that he had a date with her the night she was murdered. He was supposed to meet her down by the bridge.
Where it happened?
Yeah. Well, he was a minute or two late, got there, found the body, and ran.
Well, why?
Was
a
the wrong
married man.
person.
We know that, Miss Randall.
Yes, but that's the point. Because he's a married man, he told Betty not to say anything about him to anyone.
Did she?
No. But she did say when and where she was meeting him. Well, I was there when she said it. Look, don't you see? We were in the library when Betty said it, and then later that night, someone was waiting for her. Someone who knew exactly when and where she'd be.
That old guy.
Who else was in the library when she said this?
It was me, Liz, Miss Morris, that is, old Mr. Stubbs, and George.
George?
George Bailey. He works there. He's kind of weird.
And you think George...
Well, it's possible. And that's why I agreed to drop out of sight and pretend to be a victim, to worry him, perhaps force him into doing something.
And that was Master's idea?
Well, yes, but I went along with
Perhaps
him.
you did force him into something. Another girl was killed, you know that.
Yes.
You may have been very lucky, Miss Randall. You've certainly been very stupid.
No, but the more I thought about it, about George and his attitude
Yes,
to
well, we'll
women,
deal with him later. Meanwhile, where is Jerry Masters?
You're an accessory now, Miss Randall.
Where is he?
He's in the library.
What?
Well, he was going to go there, hide away until the place closed, and then search George's desk.
Jerry Masters must have a very persuasive personality.
Yes, but he's not a killer. I'm sure of that. Look, it was George. He was the only one who could... Oh, I've just remembered something.
What?
There was someone else there. There was another man.
And who?
His name's Steve something, and he lodges at Miss Morris's house.
So is it in? She should have said about the scratches.
Steve, it's getting very late.
Hmm?
Well, where's Liz?
Yes, it is rather late, isn't it? Do you want me to go and meet her?
You might want to phone the police, love. Come on. Well, it's nearly finished now. Come on. Show us. It's the old guy.
Stops. Maurice? What's happened? What's happened? Why are you still here? I thought you'd gone and forgotten your key or something. What is it? What's the matter? What's wrong? What's wrong? What is it? What?
Just look over, mate.
What man?
Man. Trying to kill Betty and Julie.
Yeah. Where?
Here.
Where is he? Where is he? Where is he?
Yeah, all you have to do is turn your head.
Would have killed me. Had to.
You've found the police, have you? Found the police?
No.
Police are on the way, though.
I had to. Would have killed me. Why did you come back?
Huh? I forgot my glasses. Forgot my glasses.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have been open.
Police?
He's not going to it.
I'm speaking from the Pembury Library. My name is Stubbs, yes. Yeah, there's been some trouble here, yes. Well, yes, well, get a car over here just as quickly as you can, yes. But of course I'll stay here as far as until you come, yes, of course I will. And just hurry up, will you? Just get here as quick as you... Oh.
Why did he do it in full view?
Miss Morris. Miss Morris. I really do. Yes. Really, I like to look at a pretty girl. My only...
You like 60?
Pleasure. I never got married, you see. I like young people.
It was you!
But I like you too. You see, in a different way. I really mean that. That's what makes it such a pity. Necessary!
He didn't have the hands around the throat, though. I thought it was him. Quite strange for him to be there morning till noon. At noon. Night.
Liz? Liz?
Tried to come back for me. Tried to kill me.
Trying to break down.
Because I'm a woman. Very desirable woman. See?
I'm going to have to look at that in the edit. I don't know what it was focused on in the books. I know they did say that at the beginning, books say like what you like, the books you read. So, yeah, I don't know which one we're looking at there, so I've got to have a look at that. Very confusing. The first episode confused me as well, so it might come to me like the first episode did during editing, what that was. But I'd like to hear what you thought the twists were there, because I don't quite know. Was it her who was killing? Sign out. Yes, I am ever so confused about that. As I was saying, was it her who was killing people because she thought men wanted other women rather than her? Was it the old guy? Or did he just have a screw loose and he just like to go in there to look at younger women? I'm going to have to look at those books in the edit and see what they say. I mean, I saw one say law and statutes or something like that. I'm not quite sure. But those books are the key to what the twist is. As I said in the intro, I want to keep the unique content coming, like this show. They don't bring in many viewers whatsoever. They definitely don't bring in the watch time. But if I can balance out shows that are mediocre to shows that I really enjoy, I can keep flipping between. I won't get burnt out. I'll always come back to the shows I enjoy, like this show and quite a lot of the unique content I'm bringing. Nightingale's not so much. It was mediocre in every way. That will still come as a series too, but yeah, mediocre. Definitely. Don't understand why that got claimed though, because it never gets repeated in the UK, so it got claimed. I don't know why. With that, I want to thank everyone for watching. Even though that was confusing to me, I enjoyed the episode. Most of the acting was superb. Please tell me what that guy's been in, that old guy. It's probably something I've reacted to recently. I probably would have realised by the time you comment, but please leave it in the comments because it is killing me knowing his face but not knowing what he's been in. And it'll also let you know what I've reacted to and what's coming. So I want to thank everyone for watching. If you're on YouTube, could I please ask for a like, comment and subscribe? I would gratefully appreciate that. And to all my subscribers, thank you so much for supporting me in my first year. I truly love you for doing so. I'm still only on 20 subscribers so far. I'm not going to be able to make this, monetize a lot of my videos on this, and if I can, I'm not going to monetize like badly, like every 5 minutes, stuff like that. To get an end of part 1, that's where the advert will be. I hate people who just go for the money and adverts every 5 minutes. No, you're not going to get that. But on Daily Motion, it's going to be the same for you as well with the ads. But I can advertise a lot more on there. So, but I'm still only going to be running ads in end of part 1, end of part 2, stuff like that. So you're not going to get loads. Again, I still hate it when people put ads every 5 minutes. If Daily Motion doesn't let me place ads in places where I want them, then it's only going to be a pre-roll and a post-roll. And if it lets me just put one in the middle, then just one. But I don't know how monetization works yet. I'm hoping I can place them where I want them, but unfortunately we'll have to see if the time comes. So if you are on Daily Motion, a follow would greatly help me out. I really would appreciate it. And to my Patreon members, it is you that is bringing content to me to allow me to bring the content straight back to you. Thank you all. I love each and every one of you, no matter what tier you are. And with that, I shall sign out and go to the next one and hope to see you there. Goodbye.